Question of the week from the Naked Scientists.
Hello, I'm Felicity Bedford and welcome to Question of the Week. This time we've been answering Bronwyn's query.
Why do mosquitoes prefer some people over others?
Some people, including me, seem to act as mosquito magnets. I asked Heather Ferguson from Glasgow University whether mozzies really do target me, or if I'm just unlucky.
This is absolutely true. We have very good evidence for a number of mosquitoes in a number of different settings around the world. So if you think you're the one in the group who's getting unfairly hammered by mosquitoes when you go out, it's probably true.
Why is it that mosquitoes find some people so much juicier than others?
Well, that is an age-old question, and I think people have been thinking about this pretty much for as long as they've been getting bitten by mosquitoes. And the short answer is that we don't actually have a precise understanding of why this happens. It's likely to be due to a complex mixture of environmental and genetic factors. It's a whole range of things, including, for example, how much carbon dioxide you're emitting when you breathe. Also, it varies in response to different components of scent and odour that people will emit.
This doesn't sound like something we can do very much about. Is it just a case of putting on some insect repellent?
Certainly, repellent is really important, and we would always advise people use that if they're going to an area where they're likely to be bitten. But there's a lot of other advantages to really researching this question. I think most notably, a lot of my collaborators in East Africa and other settings around the world have been making a lot of progress in trying to identify specific smells that attract mosquitoes rather than repel them.
That doesn't sound like something I want to be doing.
Well, it can be hard work, but the payoff can be huge, because this is something, if you can find an artificial odour that really is very attractive to mosquitoes, you might be able to use it for a trap. So it is worth the effort.
What kind of smells are we talking about here?
Some work that's been done by a colleague of mine, Dr. Fredros Okumu, who's a Kenyan scientist. He spent 3 or 4 years of his PhD working really, really hard amidst the most ghastly smells you can imagine, mixing different types of compounds at different concentrations, essentially always smelling as if he'd been locked up in a tent with a big rugby team, so really, really smelly, sweat-like odours.
Oh, delightful.
But the payoff was enormous in that he's come up with a compound that in some settings can be about 4 times more attractive to a malaria mosquito than an average person. So this is then now being taken forward with large injection of funds from the Gates Foundation, with the idea being that in the future we might be able to have an odour-baited trap for malaria mosquitoes.
Thanks, Heather. Short of finding a smelly rugby team to follow me around, I guess I'll be stocking up on insect repellent for now. Next week, we'll be answering Erica's question.
How do pheromones work in humans?
Have any ideas? You can email Chris at thenakedscientist.com, find us on Facebook, tweet at Naked Scientists, or join in the debate on the forum, thenakedscientist.com/forum.
Question of the Week is part of the Naked Scientists podcast and supported by the Wellcome Trust and UK Fast. Look us up online at nakedscientists.com.